Kevin Magnussen came all the way from Formula One and sports cars to make a NASCAR street course start, and within a few hours, he got the full NASCAR experience, contact, anger, swearing, and Noah Gragson walking directly toward him after the race. Honestly, that's a pretty efficient orientation program. What's funny is this was originally supposed to be one of those cool international crossover stories. Project 91 brings in another world-class driver. Everybody talks about how interesting it is. We see how he stacks up against Cup regulars, and then everybody goes home. Instead, Kevin Magnussen accidentally found himself in the middle of one of the most entertaining garage confrontations of the weekend. And the more details that have come out, the less this looks like a one-off incident. According to Motorsports Breakdown, this wasn't one corner. This wasn't one bump. This wasn't one misunderstanding. These guys had multiple run-ins throughout the day before the post-race confrontation ever happened. That's why the clip blew up. Fans could tell there was some history building throughout the race, and honestly, this is pretty awesome in a number of ways. Of course, you've got the rivalry, agitation, chaos side of things, and if you're looking for somebody to be involved in that kind of situation, Noah Gragson is probably near the top of the list. The guy races emotional, always has. Sometimes that's a strength, sometimes it gets him in trouble, usually it's entertaining, and this is actually great news for Noah as he heads toward RCR, because this is what we want to see. We want to see Noah out there with a bit of cockiness and a bit of edge. That's when he's at his best. The worst version of Noah Gragson is when he's trying to be careful and not make waves. The best version is when he's got a little swagger to him, when he's talking, when he's stirring things up, when he's racing with emotion, not recklessly, just confidently. Because whether people want to admit it or not, NASCAR needs personalities. The sport has plenty of drivers who know how to give sponsor-friendly interviews. What it doesn't always have is drivers who create moments. And this became a moment. The fan reaction was pretty split too, which is usually a sign you've got something interesting. Some people looked at Magnussen and saw an outsider who roughed up a Cup regular and got called out for it. Other people looked at Noah and basically said, of all people, you're going to complain about aggressive driving? And honestly, both sides kind of have a point. That's what makes it fun. Nobody's completely right. Nobody's completely wrong. Everybody gets to argue about it for 3 days. Perfect NASCAR content. But the bigger thing here might actually be Magnussen, because from a world perspective, it is awesome to see the involvement globally that this international driver brings when this crazy American comes around asking questions. Bring more of this. Seriously, one of the coolest things NASCAR has done in recent years is Project 91. SVG showed what could happen. Now, Magnussen shows up and immediately becomes part of a storyline. That's good for everybody. It's good for NASCAR. It's good for Trackhouse. It's good for fans, and it's good for the international audience that might not normally pay attention to Cup racing, because now you've got Formula One fans watching NASCAR clips, NASCAR fans watching Magnussen, and both sides trying to figure out who's actually at fault. That's exactly what crossover programs are supposed to do. At the end of the day, nobody got punched, nobody got suspended, nobody got parked, but people are still talking about it. That's a win. And if this weekend proved anything, it's that Project 91 needs another installment, because if Kevin Magnussen's first NASCAR street race ends with Noah Gragson yelling at him in the garage, imagine what happens when these guys get a rematch. I'd watch that tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and while you're here, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like and bell icon to support the channel.